Rohit gets a pocket money of rupees 800 per month, wherein he spends 240 out of that. Vikram, on the other hand, gets a pocket money of rupees 900 and he spends 315 from it. So now, can you tell me who spends more of his pocket money? Well, when we have to compare the two pocket monies, we can do that by unitary method. We know out of 800, Rohit is spending rupees 240. So we can find out of every one, that is out of a unit, which is the unitary method. So for every one, he would be spending 240 divided by 800. Similarly, we can find it for Vikram also. He was spending 315 for every 900. So for every one, he would be spending 315 divided by 900. So we have these two fractions here. Now to compare who spends more, I have to compare these two fractions basically. And we know that to compare fractions, it is very tedious. Either I can first bring it to simplest form, then I'll have to make the LCM, take the LCM of the denominators, make the denominators the same, and then only I can compare these two fractions. Or else, what I can do is I can convert these fractions to decimal numbers, but again that would be tedious. So after all that process, I get this as my decimal number, which is 0.3 here and 0.35 here. So this is what I get as decimal numbers. I can see that Vikram is spending more because it is 0.35, whereas for Rohit, it's only 0.3. So Vikram is spending more, that I get from this. But the process of finding it was very tedious. And these are two very small numbers. We usually do not like fractions or decimals to deal with. So what we do is, instead of finding for a unit which is 1, we can find it for 100. So we can find the money spent for every 100 by just multiplying by 100. So that would give me the money spent for every 100. Similarly, we can find the money spent for every 100 for Vikram also, which would be 315 divided by 900 into 100. So now what is this? We have out of every 100 here. So we have out of every 100, out of every 100. So this is money spent per 100. Again, money spent out of every 100 or money spent per 100. Now 100, or we can say per cent. So this is out of every 100, which is per 100 or per cent. Cent also means 100. Similarly, we have here per 100 or per cent. So this comparison, which we find from 100, from every 100, from per cent, is called comparison by percentage. So what do you get here? Now you can simplify this. 8 threes are. So this gives me 30. Percentage. So for percentage, we have this symbol. So this is 30%. Per 100, 30 he is spending. Money spent per 100 is just 30. So 30%, which means 30 out of 100. Similarly, I can find here also. This would be now 9 threes are 27. This is 35 per 100, so I can write it as 35%. This is a symbol which shows percentage sign, so 35%. So this is what I get, 30% and 35%. Now this is not a small number. We do not have decimals, we do not have fractions. We have whole numbers, which is what we prefer. So percentage, you can see, is a better way of comparing when the numbers are too small. So this is how I can find percentage. Now let's see whether you can find the percentage of scores for both of them. Rohit has scored 425 out of 500, whereas Vikram has scored 540 out of 600. So now can you compare their scores by percentage? By percentage we means per 100 how much they've scored. We know he scored 425 out of 500. That is 425 out of 500. And he has scored 540 out of 600. If I want to find per 100, all I need to do is multiply this by 100. And this also by 100. So this gives me the percentage of both of them. So this is what I get. Now I can simplify it. So what I get is, here I get 85 per 100. So I put this symbol here, that is 85% per 100, 85 marks, 85%, and he is getting 90 per 100, that is 90%. So when I compare these scores by percentage, I get that he is getting 85% and he is getting 90%. So we can clearly see that Vikram is scoring more. He scores 90%, whereas he is getting 85%. Now, if I tell you that Suhani gets 90 marks in her exams, what does it tell you? Can you say that she is very intelligent because she scored 90 marks? Well, you might think so, but note here that it's just written that she's got 90 marks. It does not tell me 90 marks out of how many marks. This 90 could be out of 100. This 90 could be out of 150, could be out of 200, 500. So we are not given how many marks she scored out of. All we know is that she scored 90 marks, but we do not know out of how much marks did she score this 90. Further, if I tell you that she scores 90 marks, but that accounts only for 60% of the total marks. Now can you tell me what would the maximum marks be? Well, let's look at this. We know she scored 60% of the total marks, and we also know that she scored 90 marks. So this 60% of the total marks is nothing but her 90 marks. So we know that 60% of total marks should be equal to 90, which is the marks that she has scored, and she scored 60% of the total marks. This is what we know, 60% of the total marks. So what is this 60%? This is 60 per 100%, that is 60 by 100 of, means multiplication, the total marks, which we do not know, which we wish to find. Now this is 90. So this is what we get now. That's 60 by 100 of total marks is 90. Now we can find total marks from here. I can cross multiply. So 100 goes here. So total marks would be 90. I bring 100 here times 100. And I have 16 multiplication here, so it will become division here. So I divide by 60. This is what I get, total marks as. Now I can simplify this. 15, 6 and 90. So this gives me 150. The total marks that Suhani scored were 90 out of 150. So 90 out of 150 makes it 60% of the total marks. So you can say that she scored 90 out of 150, or you can say she scored 60% of 150. That is one and the same thing. So remember that whenever numbers are too small, we can compare them by percentage. Percentage means per 100.